Hello, I am gonna start working on this pattern that I have. I don't think I have a picture of it, which is a bummer because no, that's not it. Because I thought it's really cool, but I got it from Pinterest. And so you could just go in there and look for any patterns you like. I am using a number 6 1mm hook that I got from Daiso, and I have some Daiso yarn in color red. I am not sure what this yarn size is, but it's one of those that you find in the store. And so I'm gonna start with a magic circle. I've kind of liked doing these now because it's so much easier to work with, even though the patterns don't always start with this. I've just sort of done it naturally now. And a little bit about me: I am a self-taught crocheter, and I've always just sort of wanted to crochet, and so I kind of learned by watching videos and copying stuff online, and then little by little I sort of picked it up. And so I wanted to show you guys. So that's like 2, and then do the 3 chains on the circle, or 3 little monitos as my mom calls them. And then it's like a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna go again for 3 chains on the ring, or monitos, 2, 3, 2, and then 3, 2, 3, and then I was also working on this pattern a while ago, so I've made a lot of these, which I don't have them with me. Oh, here's one example. This is one that I've started, and then I kind of like, as I do a lot of them, I realized like I could do different stitches, and so if I do this, which is like I start the stitch 1, 2, 3, but I don't close it, and then I go 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then another time, 1, 2, 3. I can actually like close this loop and then do my chain of 3, and so it's gonna have a bit of a difference in the pattern. So it's gonna be more like this other one that I did earlier, and you can see that where it's like has like a point star, whereas this one has like a squarish petal. And so it just depends on what you want or what you like. I'll leave you this so you could see it. I was doing this with like a size 14 0.75 millimeter, and then it just kind of takes time to work on these things, but I thought I'd show you what I've been working on, and maybe you get inspired to do them, or maybe you don't, and that's perfectly okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna do 8 of these little petals. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, let's see. I probably can't stop it on this one. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, I guess. So you're gonna go along the ride. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ay, Rosita.
Ya para documentar lo que estás documentando.
That's my mom. She's sitting in front of me. We've been sitting here like for weeks just like crafting.
Quiero documentar lo que tú estás documentando.
And so I have more of like, what's that term? Able to work with this needle better than the other needle, because the other needle is so tiny that I'm just like having to go stitch by stitch. And with this one I have more dexterity, and I can just sort of do it more automatic, because this is like my favorite type of size. And it's yeah. We're gonna hear you. Okay, that's 3. And then another reason why I wanted to document this is because like I know that in a couple of months I'm being like in another pattern, and then I'm gonna be like, how was I working on that pattern and I didn't make like a video or any evidence, and then I'm like, oh, like I would love to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that was 8.
What?
Encontraron un Stranger Things y lo metieron en una jaula en Nueva York y hoy anduvo desfilando. ¿Sí existe?
¿Sí existe?
Estaba en un bosque de Upside Down.
Wow.
Alright, so this is kind of the fun part. You just do 1 chain to close it. And then, well, actually, no, it's not this one. I always get this one confused because I'm trying to like show you, but it's like you do that 1 stitch of 3, and then you do a 3 chain of 3, 1, and then you're gonna do like 4 monitos on per segment of 3. Oops, I lost the yarn. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. That's 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2. Oopsie. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just like counting stitches, and it also teaches you about patience. It's like this one, especially that one where it's just like you're doing 1 stitch at a time, and it just takes me longer to focus and do something here for like an hour or two. But hopefully you can see it. 3, 4. But you know. Sometimes I just like to sit and then work on some crochet and watch videos online, and then like I'm kind of like multitasking, but also it, you know, I am prone to making some mistakes while I'm working on this, and then I won't find out about what mistake I made until like I'm on the second row, and I'm like, well, do I roll with it or do I go back and fix that mistake? And usually I kind of go back, and so it's not a big deal if you make a mistake. But if you're like beginning or sort of like an expert level, you know how you just gotta go with it. That was 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I like the tension of the yarn and like how it feels between my fingers. Like this tiny little yarn, it's just like I don't even know where it is, and I'm just like, oh, am I doing this right? Is the tension right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Let's see where. Okay, this is gonna be. I usually have to look at my pattern to figure out where I'm at in this step. So far we've done this and we've done this. So now we're gonna do the rows. This one has like rows or chains of 6, and then a chain of 3 up here in between the two rows of chains of 6. So I thought it was kind of cool that if I just do 1 chain and then do a stitch of 3, so like 1, 2, 3, and so you end up with 1 and then like 2, and so you do the chain of 3 to start the next row, and then you go a chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. Okay. So I call them chains, but they might have other names. I don't really know the terminology. I just sort of know what they make sense. So you could be watching this and you're like, oh yeah, I know what those are called. And so just share what they're called, and I will call them what they should be called. 4. It's 5. 1, 2, 3. And I like to like make it taunter on the previous chains, so that everybody can fit in the same little chain of 3. 3, 3, 5. And so you, to start the new one, you just go after the 5, you go across and you make like a little triangle here. sometimes I'm not paying attention, and then I'll start making like a chain of 3, and then I'm like, oh, I have to go back and fix that, because otherwise it's just gonna be weird. Last time I didn't realize I did that until like I was on the next phase of the pattern, and I was like, oh, darn it. So I just rolled with it, and I was like, oh well, it is what it is. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1. I made a mistake there. 2, 3. 4. Okay, so this sometimes happens where you're like they're not ending where they should, and so you end up with like extra stitches. So you could just like carefully go back and pull one through, and then you go back and pull the other one through, and then you're back on track. That's 4. And that's 5. Okay, and then the next one. Sometimes you just gotta start from the beginning. Three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and so like the little flower or star is kind of taking shape now. We're 17 minutes in, 18 minutes into this video. Let's see. One, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2. That's one didn't go in. 3.
Estoy sentado que me pare caminando. Ah,
4.
¿Cómo?
5. Sometimes I'm like doing this and I wonder like how many stitches have I done, you know? Like how many, like sometimes I think like there's gotta be maybe 100 or 200, maybe 1,000 stitches per little pattern figure. But you know, it's like I'm not actually like counting them. So if I sometimes got bored enough to like count them, I would know that answer. But you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So there'd be like, there's like 10 and 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, and that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 13 times 8 is, I would have to like draw it because I don't know. I have to like visually see it. 3 by 8 is 3 por 8. 3 por 8?
24.
24. 1 and 8 is 8, and then 2. There's like 200 and. What does I say? 13 times 8. 3 por 8, 24, she said. 8. Yes, this is 10. So that's 104 on this one round. So I guess I was just curious. I wasn't bored. I was like curious. Okay. Three, 4, 5. Sometimes they barely even like fit in there. And I'm like, okay, that was 5. And I've kind of like, at first I was like experimenting with the number of chains. So I was doing like 4 or 5. And I think like the pattern was just a little bit too big. And so I've kind of decided to do it at 3. So it would make more, like they would fit inside, but it's not too big and not too snug or too snug, you know? And over time, I think the pattern just like slowly works itself out. But yeah, here I go. Gotta get more, I guess. Ay, baby, bona. Yes. You don't give a fuck. 0 fucks given, you know? I'm just not gonna edit it. It's gonna be what it is. It is what it is, you know?
Oh my God.
Maybe that's what's gonna attract people to this content.
¿Cómo sabe?
Because, you know, it's just like...
Ay, no, yo sé. No me he comido nada. No le puse, pero no me he comido nada. No, no. Deja ahí la caja. No le puse.
Si tuvieras una hidratadora, pudieras hidratar la comida y así
¿Sí?
pues te duraría más tiempo porque está como dehydrated, you know? Y luego tendrías
También
como...
ustedes no quieren comer, ¿no? Quieren tragar nada de ahí.
Pues... You know.
Yo dije, cuando Marquito venga, vamos
Pues es
a-
que no está como... It's not my taste.
Ay, no, pues mío menos.
Es como hospital food, you know?
Pues sí, medio menos. Yo les voy a decir que ya no me anden dando esa porquería. Que no me gusta. Que ya me lo quiten.
Pero se supone que tienes que estar recomiendo para...
Pues sí se supone. Eso es lo malo, que sí se supone.
Pero tú lo puedes componer como...
Pipa, no le apagues.
¿Quieres un té?
Está bien,
Tú lo podías componer como si quieres hacer tortillas soup. Pues maybe tú le puedes añadir...
Yeah.
Como pienso que no dan ensaladas, sino...
Oh, yeah.
It's like that kind of food.
Que yo los,
Pues te comas lo que tienen, pero you could also add your own food to the food.
Yes.
¿Se metió algo? ¿Algo brincó?
No,
Yo lo vi de por el...
papá andaba agarrando algo de allá, no sé qué fue agarrar.
Okay, this is that part. So that was a chain of 1, and then the beginning of the new chain, and then you do the chain of 3, and then you do the new chain of 3, and then you, in that tiny little space, you have to put, I think it's 2, so that was chain of 3, 1, 2, and then for the next part, I sometimes like to go in between the stitches and pull the yarn through. But you know, it is up to you and how you want to do it. Like maybe the first one I'll like go through it, but then on the second times I just sort of go through. I lost it. I just go through like half the stitch, kind of like I call this being like half, where you'd like subdivide the stitch and then you'd like pull through that. And then I also like, sometimes I like to go through the 2 top stitch and then just pull through there. And so it's whatever comes easy to you. So you can see like the 2, this is that one we went through the 2 top, this is the one where we went through half, and then this is the one where we went through like the whole top thing. And so what am I doing? Okay, that was no, okay, so I messed up. I'm like 1 step ahead. So you go back to the 2 and then you do 5, 2, 3, 4.
¿Lo viste? ¿De qué te ven?
I have to go pee, but you know.
¿Dónde está?